Hey y'all, welcome back. It is Wednesday Night Live. How's everybody doing? Um, I am sitting here staying warm, getting over a cold, and doing pretty good. Hey Jen, how are you, honey? Donna Kay, how are you? Shirley Lee, Kathy Williams, Judy Harmon, David Daisy, Tamara over at Heartland HQ, Gypsy Moon, K62, Kathy Palmer, Liam is here, Charlene's here, Susie Jacobson, Paul Honeyman, Melva and Donnie's here. So is Roy, Kathy Florida girl, Ann Parton, how are you? There's Stephen, my second act, and Kathleen McGinley. Karen Worth is here from Wisconsin. Glenda Bendel, Rita, Esmos 72, Marisa Fonte, Bev Wilkerson, hey. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Peter, Old Man King Homestead, and Nancy Graves here. Willie Burns and Cheryl, Peg Franklin. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Lori is here too, Intamin. Dolores, Lori Pierce. All right. Wow. We got a lot of people in here already. Welcome. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Dot. Joe Jacobson, Reverend Joe Jacobson is here too. Oh wow, we got a lot of people in here. Hi Linda and Sharon and Joyce and Sue and Anona. How are you, honey? Judy Grimm is from Wisconsin. Hey girl. Um yeah, it's been it's jumped over from Jen, says Janice Woolham. Thank you. Welcome. Rhonda Parrott, how are you doing tonight? NJ Dodge, how Mama V keep warm and your spirits high. Well, thank you. Hi, Patricia Russell. Really cold in Florida, up to 38 today. Oh goodness, you're as cold as we are. It got to 43, I think, here today. But it didn't feel like it because it's really windy and the wind chill is pretty cold. But my goodness, the snow that those deep south got, isn't that crazy? Yeah, we're not going to talk too much about weather. You wouldn't probably like my opinions. Some people would, some people wouldn't. So we'll just keep it at that. But yeah, the snow in the deep south, not here, not in Wisconsin and Minnesota, but in the deep south. Isn't that crazy? Um, Friends of mine was showing me pictures of snow on the beach in Florida. It was wild. We got above zero, says Judy Grammy. Yes, awesome. How are you, Mama V? Hey, Redneck Rebuilds. How are you doing? Oh my goodness. It has been a couple of weeks of uh I don't know, winter blues, maybe? I don't know. I go through this every winter. When it gets super, super cold, my body hurts so bad. So I kind of take some time off. And if you've noticed, I've taken a little time off. I'll be back at it soon. My camera, my GoPro bit the dust and it started freezing on me and then it just froze up completely. So, I'm trying to salvage the parts of video that I ended up having and then saving up for another camera. But I can film little things with my phone, but not much, just because I don't have much storage space on my phone. It's an older phone. Thank you, Peg Franklin. Everybody, hit that thumbs up, please. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else right now. Ann Parton says, doing well, watching this 6 inches of snow melt in South Georgia. Brr, brr. Goodness gracious. Yeah. I heard y'all got a lot of snow. Hi, Ruth Ann from Michigan. How are you doing? Can you send some of our snow back? We missed it. You can have it, Karen. You can have it. Ours is almost all melted here at my place. I have one strip right outside that is still got snow, and that's from what finally melted and fell off of the roof. And that's the last of our snow. We had almost 12 inches here, just right at 12 inches here at my place. And I had somebody tell me that I lied about that, and that, come on, lied about it. It's like we all lied about how much snow we got. Like, no, we didn't. We actually measured it. No, we didn't. We don't have to take pictures to prove it. We told you what we got, and we're pretty honest people. So there's that. I even took you out walking in it. And so did David, actually. Kathy, Florida girl, says Tallahassee, Florida temperatures. We got snow, been stuck at home. Yeah, the whole deep south got stuck at home, I think. Reverend Joe Jackson is recovering from a bad chest cold and sinus issues. Well, Joe, I will keep you in my prayers. Helena Delange from South Africa. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. We just jumped. Lori says, I've been waiting for you. Brenda Weathers, good to see you and you're well. Well, thank you very much. Hi, Country to Coast. How are you doing? Peaceful Des is here. I'll be glad to turn my faucets off. Keep them, yeah, you've been dripping them to keep them from freezing. I hear that. That's the only thankful thing I am about not having plumbing ran through the house yet, is I didn't have faucets to drip. I did insulate the pipes coming into the house, the PEX pipe coming into the house, and the outside yard hydrant. I did do both of those, and really good. And the well house I secured and insulated all of that stuff really well. And so far, so good. I have a chicken coop heater, a panel heater in the well house, and it has worked excellent this year. I have a temperature gauge out there. Also have a thermostatic plug out there. And so if the temperature gets below 32 or 33, something like that, it turns that little coop heater on. And if it gets above 41, it turns it back off. And even through our deepest, coldest nights, which it was pretty daggone cold this morning, it has stayed at least 38 to 41 before it shuts back off in the well house. So I haven't had a problem with anything in there freezing. Everything is good. And yeah, there's that. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, Mama, probably winter blues. Yep, Willie, it is. I go through it every year. Some people deal with it differently. Some people don't get it. I almost always get it, and I think maybe because I feel trapped because our roads get so bad that, so when we have snow, I can't, of course, drive on these roads. I've got over 6 miles of dirt road, and then when that snow melts, it saturates the ground, so I can't leave. And although I don't mind being up here, I love it here. When you feel trapped, some people like me kind of shut down. And besides the fact that the cold hurts me so bad, it kills my muscles. So I just kind of take some time off. And then, of course, the GoPro breaking does not help either. So I haven't had a video out in a couple weeks, and y'all that follow me know that. But also know that there will be one coming before too long, hopefully. Let's see. I'm getting behind now because I started chatting and not paying attention to the chat. Oh, hey Ace. Hey girl. How are you doing? Our faucets have been dripping for 2 weeks, says Simply Jan. Yep. I bet. Not snowed in, more iced in than anything, says Des. Yeah, I get that. 100-year-old house, and I'm not climbing under this house, says Tamara. I get you there. Hey, there's Dog Man Mike over at Washita Mountain Living. Hey, Alice Lewis, how are you doing? I'm assuming that means that you're from Iowa. Joanne Carter, good evening from Maine. Ace is a member for 4 months. Well, thank you, Ace. Thank you so much. I got cabin fever too. Thank God for the sun. It helps. It sure does, Tamara. It does. Today was amazing. Today the sun was out and it looked so pretty. It was pretty cold when I went out to feed them animals. And several times out doing waters, and it was cold, but it was pretty. Hey, there's MT Homestead. Hi, Mike and Terry. How are y'all doing? Popping in to say hi. Alice, Rose, how are you doing, honey? I got winter blues. Haven't been able to get out since last Thursday. Oh, yeah. It's rough when you get stuck. Too cold to snow here earlier this week. Karen Worth says, yeah, whoa, minus 24. Woo. Yeah, that's a little much. I don't think I could handle that these days. Hi, Shannon Smith. Very cold in Virginia. Hope everyone's staying safe and warm. I hope you are too, honey. My house has a full basement, says Reverend Joe Jacobson. I don't want to go under it either. I get you. I don't want to go under here either, but I've got to pretty soon. As soon as it warms up some, I've got to get under here. I want to put some extra blocking under where the bathtub's going to be and under where the wood stove ended up being. The reason I did not do that yet, everybody, well, why didn't you do it when you built the floor? Well, because I wasn't exactly sure where those two things were going to be. And it needs to be underneath them and preferably a large piece under the legs of where they're at, or the general area of the legs of where they're at, just to be the most effective. So now that I have the wood stove in place and the hearth built, then I know exactly where it needs to be and also where the tub is going to sit. I'll be able to go under there and put that extra blocking under there. Everything seems fine. No worries there. Just want to do it for extra security. It got down to 56 in the camper last night and my muscles froze up on me. Yeah, I get that, honey. I woke up yesterday. It was 43 in the cabin, and this morning it was 30. No, I take that back. Yeah, I think that's what it was, like 43. And then this morning it was 36 in the cabin. The wood stove went out overnight, and I had set my alarm, but I didn't wake up. And I was under all my toasty warm blankets and my electric, and I didn't wake up. I was nice and toasty warm, and so got up this morning, come out here, got the wood stove going again real quick because it still had coals in it. It was out, but it still had coals. Got it going real quick and warmed it back up in here. It is 62 in here right now, which feels pretty good. Hey, Grandma Teresa Gilmore, how are you doing? And Four Winds Farmstead, ready for spring? Me too. I'm right there with you, except for I'm not ready for the storms, but I'm ready for spring. Hey, Cindy Lou. Hope all is well. Yep, everything is okay. Went through a couple of weeks of, those nasty winter blues, and was able to get out for the first time yesterday. Went to the store, got some food, got some chicken feed and cat food, all the things. And some little items for a project that I'm working on that you'll see soon. And it was nice. It was nice to be able to go out and get outside the house, get out off of the homestead for a little while. Even though I love it here, sometimes you just want to go away a little bit and then come back. We're snowed in Mobile, Alabama. I heard about that. 7 to 8 inches. Woo! Goodness gracious. 6 degrees this morning, says Rose. Woo, that's cold. Yep. I think it was like 7 here. I don't know. It was cold. I know that. Redneck Rebuild says, everyone hit that like button. Thumbs up. Thank you, please. I appreciate that. Mike says he's ready for summer, so I can go get all. Oh, Mike. Goodness gracious. Everyone just join in. We got 8 inches of snow in Tallahassee, Florida Panhandle. I've been stuck at home today, and we're freezing tomorrow, 5 degrees. Woo! That's crazy for Florida, ain't it? So, yep. I'm in Tennessee, and it's 20 degrees. Our water is frozen. We have wood stove, says Alice. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. The South is getting hit by all this cold and snow and everything, and the North is kind of like, where's our snow? Southeast Indiana down to -12 last night, says Joyce. Ooh, that is chilly. Yeah, Mama lives up there in Indiana, and she said, yeah, it was pretty daggone cold. They've been staying home. Christy Betts, Dogman, not a good vision, man. I know, isn't that right? I don't want that stuck in my head. Come on, Mike. My side of town did not see 8 inches in Tallahassee. Oh, goodness days. How much did you get? Extra blocking will be great. It will. It will be wonderful. I'm going to jump back down to the bottom. I'll go back up. Hey, how are you doing? Mike's going to cause traffic chaos if he does what he's threatening to do. That's right. He's going to shut down those small roads, ain't he? -31 in, Canada. Brr. I couldn't handle that. That's way, way too cold. Way too cold. I'm just learning to use my wood stove, y'all. Hey, Cassie's Kitchen Creations and C. Clifton. I'm just learning to use my wood stove. I'm not that good at it. I'm trying, but I'm learning. I'm learning. Oh, we got some super chats here. I need to buy some Long John, says Anona Milton. I know, I got mine on. A Cuddle Duds. Right. I got them on, and it's nice. We've got some super chats from Kathy Palmer, $50 super chat to help with your camera. God bless you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. And Karen Worth to help towards the camera, $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much. That will help a lot. I started saving, but as you know, I've got different saving budgets. I've got different envelopes for different things that I'm putting money into as I can. And camera was not on the list until, recently. But yeah, it happens. It happens. Yes, it hasn't snowed here since 1990, says Kathy, Florida girl. Oh, goodness gracious. Kim Lester says she's from North Carolina, going to be 15 tonight. Well, honey, I hope you can stay warm. That is pretty cold. Willie Burns says Florida. Kim Locke says, hi, Mama V. We got 1.5 inches in Darlington, South Carolina. It's crazy, all the snow and the super cold temperatures in the South. Gotta see about the chickens. Be right back. All right, Christy, take care of them babies. Roll Tide to you, Bama is my second football team, says Kathy Porter. Roll Tide. -3, says Melva and Donnie. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Cold is raving havoc on my body. It hurts. Yes, mine too. I did not get out of bed this morning till 11. My muscles cannot handle the cold. And of course it was super cold in the house. So I stayed under my blankets. I've got on my bed, I've got my comforter, of course the sheet, and then the comforter, and then another fuzzy blanket, and the quilt that was sent to me. That's on there too. And then out here, I've got my other fuzzy blanket and my crocheted blanket that good friend made for me. And they keep me warm out here when my feet get cold. Hi, Pam. 50315. Stay warm, you too. Barbara Hopkins, hey. I agree. I need to buy some Long Johns. Okay. I already read that one. I probably missed some up there. I'm sorry. There's Tim at Ridge Life. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? We've got prayers for those who live in the southern states, says Joyce McFall. Thank you, and yes, very much. And also, I would like to call out prayers for Lila Newton's family. Lila Newton has been with me since the get-go. She was my first moderator, I believe. And her and Paul were pretty close, but I believe Lila was the very first moderator I had. And she came in when she could here lately because she has not been feeling well. And she's been going through some stuff, and she passed away recently, and our hearts are just broken, and her family needs our prayers. Her family needs our prayers. I know that we're all taken back and heartbroken about this. I cried when I got the news, and it's tragic. It's sad. She was a wonderful, wonderful lady. So sweet, so kind. There's just no words. She was lovely, and we miss her something awful. I guess the camera has come to the top of the list as it's your livelihood, right? Says Kathleen McGinley. Right, yes, the camera has come to the top of my list. Since mine broke, I've got to get another camera because I can't shoot videos until I do. I can shoot small clips with my phone, but my phone doesn't have much memory. So, yes, GoPro is at the top of the list. I have to get some more camera equipment. The good thing is I have plenty of batteries for it. I've got, everything that I need for it. Just got to get another camera. So that has moved to the top and will be taken care of before too awful long. It's got down to 12 last night in Bama. Roll Tide. That's cold. It's cold for the deep south. Hey, Midnight Vlogs. I think I missed out what happened to the camera. Well, I don't know what happened to it. It just started freezing up, and it'd be like there at first. It was like every once in a while, and then it just froze up and quit. So it's froze up. I turned it off by taking the battery out of it. I put another battery in it, and it was just froze. So it is, is what it is. I still got my Christmas up, says Kathy Florida Girl. Take it down to start to. Hey, Sylvia K. Jones. I'm late. Hope you're okay. I'm okay. Just went through some winter blues, seasonal depression, whatever you want to call it. Cabin fever. Plus the GoPro died. So that's what's been up. Dogman says, get a DJI GoPro. It's DJI GoPro is junk. I understand that, and I would go DJI if I could. DJI is more expensive, and I have like 6 batteries for the GoPro. I don't have that for the DJI. I'd be starting from scratch with everything if I switched over to the DJI, and that's pretty expensive to buy, 4 to 6 new batteries and the equipment. So I'll probably stick with GoPro just because that's what I have the batteries for. Thank y'all for all the prayers for Miss Lila. Thank you. Appreciate those prayers, and her family appreciates those prayers. Annabore, I made it. Welcome, Annabore. Thank you for being here. We still got a little bit of time. We're about halfway done, almost. Remember to trim the branches before you clean the chimney. Catherine, Florida Girl. Quilting Mama, hey, how are you doing tonight? And Gina, how are you? Gina says, hi, Mama V. It's pretty cold in Michigan. Love seeing those Southerners have so much fun playing in the snow. Isn't that right? Was it a GoPro 9? Yes, Midnight Vlogs. It was a GoPro 9. So this time I will get the 12 or the 13. I'll probably get the 13 because there's only like a $30 difference in price. So might as well get the latest one. The 9 is cheaper, but the 9 has been known to have some problems, and this is one of them. But then again, I've had the GoPro 9 for, it's my only camera, but I've had that for almost, 3 years now? So yeah. It has served me well. It has served me well. So it's time. It's time to get another one. So yeah, it was a GoPro 9. How old was she and what happened? I'm not sure her exact age, and I think she passed from complications with pneumonia and her health. Yeah. All right, I made it to the bottom of the chat. Hey, Patty. Annabore, talked to DD5 about using their GoPro. They were going to send me an extra one to use, but if you need it, you're right there. Well, no, they offered it to you. I'll get me one. It'll be all right. I keep hitting these buttons accidentally. Itsy Bitsy Dreamstead. Hello, get yourself some lemon tea. It always helps to brighten the day. This is true. And I think that I'm going to start adding some vitamin D to my morning routine, just because I'm not getting it right now because of the weather, and I think that's a big thing too, is not being outside in the sunshine. Glad you're doing well. Prayers for us all through this winter. Special prayer for those we have lost. Thank you so much. All got Bible study. Much love. Well, you have a good evening, Willie, and thank you. Actually admit to being Tim's friend. Aw. Okay. Willie Burns always hurt the most. Okay, I'm lost. D3 with vitamin K, says Tiflint. Well, welcome, Tiflint, and thank you for the advice. I will add that to my list. Requires sunshine too, says Tamara. Yeah, I require sunshine, definitely. I need my sunshine. I need my outside time, and just not getting it. I run out to the chicken coop and the rabbit hutch and the animal area, feed everybody, and then several times a day go out and refill waters because they freeze up. I'm ready for that not to be happening anymore, so that I can just fill it once a day or every other day on my big waters. I would like to do a automatic watering system. I have the stuff to do it, just have not had the time. And that can be done in the spring, summer, and fall. And then during the winter, I do have to use the rubber bowls because that system would freeze up. Pipes. I'm so ready for spring, says Jan. Me too. My pipes are frozen, says Annabore. Oh no. Oh no. I hope they unfreeze soon and nothing busts. D3 with K, says Jan. Okay, well, Jan, remind me of D3 with K. Remind me of that because I'll forget it. My memory's terrible and I will forget it. Get me a drink of water here real quick. So what am I working on my little hiatus from YouTube? I've still been working, of course. Hey, Trina. I've still been working, and on all the behind the scenes stuff. Hey, blue collar and 3 Mississippi. Hey, I've still been working on things. Little things that y'all wouldn't want to see anyway. More insulation, a little bit more insulation every day, and figuring things out, like drawing my kitchen. My kitchen. Working on that, drawing up plumbing and my kitchen. So that is kind of a look at what the kitchen might be. Hey, Gina E. Be like, measurements and figuring all that stuff out. Also figuring out plumbing and where things are going, how they're going, plumbing schematic. So for my plumbing, the biggest thing is getting all this stuff done, which is all my filtration system. I have really high iron here, like everybody else in the area does. And this is an iron filter, water softener. This would be an RO filter, reverse osmosis filtration system, and that is from Simpure. That's what I have. And then this is a water heater, which my amazing friend Joseph Compton sent me a long time ago when I was still living in the camper. And that is my water heater. This is a spin down filter, which gets rid of all the big sediment before it goes into everything else. And of course, the entrance for the pipe coming in, and a spigot for outside, on the outside of the laundry room. So this is the schematic for what I'm doing in the laundry room for my water filtration before I run it through the whole house. Planning that and getting that figured out has been the toughest thing. Not physically toughest thing. The physically toughest thing was lifting my walls into place, of course. But it has been the toughest, mentally toughest thing that I've had to deal with here at the cabin. It's important and it's got to be done right. And I'm not a plumber. So I'm trying to watch videos and do research and learn. And now that I've figured out the schematics of what I've got to do, now I have to implement it and get it going. And yeah, so that's that. Hey, Luisi. I'm back, says Kathy, Florida girl. Listening. Thank you. Everybody saying hey to 3 Mississippi. You might need a sand filter, Mama V, like Mel and Gary had to get. I shouldn't need one. This is something I saved up for, and it took me a long time to save up the money for it, but I bought a iron filter. It's an iron filtration system, and it takes care of the iron just like a sand filter would, except for it should be even better. And I mean, it was $1,000 plus, and then it has the water softener also. But it was $1,000. It has a resin in it that gets the rust out, the iron out of. It also gets rid of the smell, that rotten egg smell. And I have the clearest, purest, beautifulest water, but it has a lot of iron in it, and if it sits on anything, it will get that rust color, and we don't need that. So to preserve all of my stuff that I have, my new sink that I'll be putting in, my sink and my vintage sink in the bathroom, and my vintage cast iron tub in the bathroom, I don't want those to get covered in rust, and I don't want to taste high rust or high iron and take in the extra high iron. I don't want to smell that rotten egg smell, the sulfur smell. So goes through the filtration, the spin down filter to take out any bigger sediment. Goes into the iron filter, and it takes care of the rust and all that stuff. And then it goes through the RO filter to make it perfect drinking water. I can drink it now. I have drank it. I have a small countertop water system that I put water in, and I can drink my well water. Is perfectly fine drinking it even without that. It just smells and tastes better through that. But this will do it for the whole house. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to have water, period. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Extremely. But all that is planned for, Hey, Mystique and Princess Borealis, hey. And Whistle Stop Homestead, hey. Wowza, says Deborah. And yep, Paul says it is Framley night. It is on Wednesday nights. We have Framley night. So we start out with Jen and Wiley over at Our Mountain Home. Jump over here to Possum Run Homestead. And then after me, we all go over to 3 Mississippi with Sid and Mike. Then over to DD5 now at 7. And after that is Empty Homestead at 8. Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse at 9. And Peter O'Banking Homestead at 10. So it is a full Wednesday night of lives if you would like to watch them. That would be appreciated. Everybody is super sweet, super wonderful, and I'm sure would love you to have you come visit their chat. A lot of times I end up having to watch things on the rewind too, because getting ready for my live, taking care of animals, doing all the stuff because it starts by the time I'm done with mine. And then afterwards I make supper. So I usually put it up on the TV and just listen and watch what I can. Karen Worth says, I've been taking 5,000 of vitamin D3 for years because of my osteoarthritis. Okay. Well, I will definitely add that to my list. I take no vitamins right now, and I need to start. Paul, old Army buddy, lost an old Army buddy second week of January, and brother on the 5th, and then Lila Thursday. It's been a rough month, hasn't it, Paul? Do you live in the cabin full time or back and forth to the trailer? Gina says. I live in the cabin full time now. Now I do have things at the camper still right this second, because it's not gone to its new home yet. So I still have some stuff stored over there. My Christmas trees over there, my ornaments and all that stuff. I still have my mattresses that will go up in the loft here are still in the camper, and a few other things. But I am pretty much living full time in the cabin now, and it's pretty awesome. It gets cold, but it's pretty awesome. Hey, living the dream. How are you doing? Peace from the mountain. Well, thank you. Cheryl says, you may want to put a bypass to the spigot. No need to filter outside water and saves the life of the filters. Yes, the spigot will come directly off of the entrance pipe. So the entrance pipe comes up, the spigot will come off to the right side of that, to the left side of that, then it'll start going through the filtration systems. So yeah, I won't be filtering any outside water. I won't be filtering the animals' water, any of that stuff. Just the inside, and that will cut down on expense for filters, and for having to replace resin. Getting rid of rotten egg smell. I need that for my underpants, Paul. You're too funny. You have the same problem with our water. Oh, sorry, y'all. Didn't mean to yawn. So they installed a peroxide drip thing that helps with the water, clean the water. Oh, cool. Hey, Brenda Moody, my condolences to you, Paul. Better go get new boxers, Paul said. Hey, Rogue 53, how are you? Our water is heavy in rust, but not the terrible smell. We rent our system cheaper than buying and having to replace it every other year. Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to replace the resin. I think the resin is good for 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, which I could be. And then the filters, anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on. But having both, having them working together, the iron filter will come first with the resin, and then it'll go through the RO filter. So I shouldn't have to change that as often as if it was my only filter. It would get filled up with rust very quickly. But having the iron filter first works. Roxanne, how are you doing? Roxanne Fick. We have well water at our last house, and we put in a water softener and iron filter, and that solved our problem of orange everywhere in our house. Awesome. That's good to know. I have heard the same thing from many people, and although very expensive, I am happy that I was able to invest in the iron filter system. It is something that I purchased a little while back when Mom and her husband were here. I purchased that because he helped me bring it into the house. I remember him bringing it into the house because that sucker is heavy and it's not even filled with water yet. So that's another place that I need to make sure that it is really, the floor is really supported extra, is under where that water filter is, that iron filter is, because it's super heavy even without the water in it. And it's only going to get heavier. Paul. Hey, Denise. Was 1 degree this morning in Vermont. Ooh, burr. TMI, Paul. Hey, Jackie Floyd. Hope all is well, making dinner, but just wanted to see what was happening. Well, we're here. We're just chit-chatting about the winter blues and doing plumbing and a little bit of everything. So, yeah. Oh, goodness. Iron water is no fun. I had it once, and it will eventually mess up a washing machine, so everything you get is iron stains. Yep, and that's what I'm trying to prevent from the get-go. That's why I got that iron filter, and why I accepted the Simpure water filtration system, which is the same one that Anthony and Roxanne have. And it's not enough on its own, definitely, but it is good after. So the same way they're using it over at the 41.36. They're doing the sand filter first. I'm doing the iron filter first, which does the same thing. And then through the RO filter to make it taste good and, get rid of the last of the sediment and stuff. Hey, Troy Sutton and the dog catcher. Yep, the aroma of a honey man is none of our beeswax. Oh my goodness. Nearly got my second pneumonia battle beat also, says Paul. Way to go, Paul. I'm so glad. I've been praying for you, and I'm so glad that you are on the healing side of that battle. How is Willie, your dog? He liked the cabin. Yes, he loves the cabin. He's doing great. And he's around here somewhere. Getting over pneumonia too, says Christy Betts. Well, prayers for you too, honey. Charlotte says, I hope you're staying warm and doing well. I am. Definitely staying warm and doing well. Hey, there's Jamie and Kevin at Overworks Littlefield. Sir Paul, I didn't know, man, about you, brother. Big virtual hug, man. I'm eating chocolate Tootsie Rolls, says Scotty Florida Girl. There you go. Living the Dream says, I made it out here finally. Look forward to meeting you and everyone soon. All right. Well, just say the word. Mama V, me and Paul get conversation going on. That's right. You need some mullein tea, Paul, with elderberry. Great for your lungs. There you go. Listen to Jamie. Change the anode rod to aluminum, says Brooke Trout. What is anode rod? I don't think I'll have one of those with the water heater that I have. I have an instant propane water heater. Microwave them Tootsie Rolls about 10 seconds. It's heaven. Oh, goodness. She's giving all kinds of tips and tricks tonight. Heaters come with magnesium rod. Aluminum helps with the smell. Ah, I get you. But I don't think there's one of those for the instant propane water heaters. I don't believe they have one of those because it heats water differently. I'll have to watch the replay to catch what I missed. Got a call. Had to take it for 30 minutes. It's okay, Judy. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Honeyman. You are Mr. Honeyman now, Paul. Hi, Ann Rockwell. How are you? Happy Shack Homestead. Nina here. Checking in from Maryland. It was -5 this morning. Been a while since we've seen those temps. Hope you're well and home warm. Well, thank you very much, and I hope you're staying warm up there. That is pretty cold, -5. Heard Maryland is absolutely beautiful. I have driven through it a couple of times, but just straight through on the highway. Never really got to explore up there. I finally get alive. Stay warm. We hardly ever get snow, and we got 8 inches. Wow, and that's wild, isn't it? That is wild. You stay warm too, and stay home where you don't have to deal with all that snow. It makes me realize that I better start sorting out my gear while I can, so daughter doesn't have to sort it. We all kind of start thinking about that at this age, don't we, Paul? It is time to start thinking about those things. Thought about that when I finally, got moved into the cabin of what I'm keeping, what I'm getting rid of, and all that other stuff. So that my kids don't have to deal with it when I'm gone. Hey, Texas homegrown girl, how are you doing? And Charlotte Ellis, hey, from the DG lady. I haven't seen you in a while. I have not been to town in a few weeks. So we'll probably see you again pretty soon. You don't hear Willie. He's been super quiet during this whole live. I think he's sleeping. I'm taking care of my winter blues. Is that Willie I hear? No? Might be Baron. Might be the Coyotes. No, it's not Willie. Been called a lot worse than Mr. Honeyman. Happy Shack Homestead says they've been busy, not been on their channel. Life has been good. Your cabin, wow, loves your dependents and yours. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a long road, but it's been amazing, y'all. It has been amazing. I love it. Absolutely love it. The community we've built around here, this cabin that I've built, and all the wonderful people that helped me with it, and it's just been one heck of a thrill. Can you believe it's been 3.5 years that I've been up here? I can't. It's wild to even think about that. And that, I started putting this house up, I don't know, about 1.5 years ago, really. It's, I'll have to call them back. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. I'll call them back. Hey, there is Neil and Beth. Be in Us Odyssey. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And trying to stay warm, says Texas homegrown girl. Yeah, I think that's everybody's. A little more for your camera, says Kathy Palmer. Another $50 super chat. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I sure appreciate it. That's very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. I came in as you were talking about the resin, 10 years, etc. Did you install? Did you install a halo? I'm not sure what a halo is. For the water system, I have here. This will show you what I got. So I have a the water comes in here. It splits. It goes over here to go outside for the spigot, so that's not filtered. And then it comes over here. I have a sediment spin-down filter. Then it goes into the iron filter. This is an iron resin filter and water softener. Then it comes up here to the RO filter. And then it comes out of there and it goes up for the cold to go on to the rest of the house. And it comes down here and goes into the water heater for the hot, and then, comes and goes to the rest of the house. Now, in the house, the only thing I have water is the washing machine. It's going to be for a washing machine, for the refrigerator, for the sink in the kitchen, sink in the bathroom, and bathtub. Those are my water sources. This water heater is a instant propane water heater. It's a big one, but it's an instant propane water heater. All right, let me get back into chat here. Hey, Melody. Doesn't seem like you've been there that long. Yeah, I know. Happy Jack Homestead. You're an amazing woman. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. You're blessed. Jesus loves. He is impressed by all your hard work and determination. Oh, thank you. Are you in need of anything? Oh, the only thing I'm in need of right now is buying that camera. And with the help of the lovely ladies in the chat, that is almost halfway there. So that's going to be awesome. But no, I'm doing pretty good. I can live with very little, so I don't need much. And everything that I get goes into this homestead. Just this is my dream, and this is where I want to spend every penny I get. So, right now, what I'm working on is fixing to start working on the plumbing. I'm finishing up the insulation. I need to go buy one more package of insulation, and I'll have enough to finish the whole house. And I have the plumbing supplies and all that stuff, so I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Granny Frammy, I'm so glad you're back, and you're back from the hospital. Yes, you've been gone for a while, and I've been praying for you, Granny Frammy. I'm so glad that you're starting to feel better. And Mary in Texas is here. How's everyone doing down there? Doing wonderful. Thank you so much, Mary. It's nice to see you again, too. Lori Carp says, I remember when Mama V went to Brandon Eddie's meetup around the time she bought her land. Yes, it was right afterwards. It was, yeah, that was my first meetup, I think. But yeah, it was so awesome meeting everybody and being encouraged to get a channel going, and met a whole lot of wonderful people. I heard the dog also Mama V was talking and didn't notice. Oh, yeah, I didn't hear a thing. 9 minutes, Mama V. Okay, I gotcha. Hey, Kathy Williams says, bye, Mama V. Have a great week. You too, honey. Melody says, what's up, sweet Mama V? What's up, Melody? Not much. Just keep her going around here. YouTube police. Thanks for the prayers. It worked. That's awesome, Granny Frammy. Cabin looks wonderful. Thank you for now. Quick recap. Okay, 4 minutes. Quick recap. It's family night. Don't forget, everybody else is live. We've got 3 Mississippi, then DD 5, Drifting Dreamers 5, and then MT Homestead, and then the Vineyard Farmhouse, and then Old Man King Homestead. And as far as around here, I'm just fixing to start working on the plumbing. Been doing a lot of research, been doing a lot of figuring out and planning for what's happening next in the cabin. Been putting up insulation pretty much every day. Put up another 1 or 2 big sheets of insulation. My muscles hurt pretty bad right now, so I can't do much time on the ladder. So 1 or 2 is about all I can handle each day. But it's getting there little by little. And I've got the whole living room is all insulated. Half of the kitchen is insulated. The laundry room is insulated. And then the bedroom's half insulated. And the bathroom has a little bit of insulation in it. So we're getting there. All right, guys, I guess we're going to have to get going here in just a second. It's about time for 3 Mississippi to start in like 4 minutes, something like that. Happy Shack Homestead says, do you have a wish list? I do. I have a wish list over on my Amazon, and that is linked in the description of all my videos. This video will actually have it in the description in a little while. I have to go back and put it in after the live streams. But yes, I do have an Amazon wish list. Thank you very much. Happy Shack Homestead. Have a blessed night, says Jen. Stay warm, says Kathy. All right, yo. Oh, YouTube Police is here. I love the fact that you have a 29 in your subscriber count. Ah, very cool. All right, go. No, you don't, Mama V. You're 5 minutes behind. Okay, I gotta go. Love you. Bye. Have a great week. God bless.